Yeah, 4 groups with having 6 people in each, 6 teams in each group. So each team comprising of 2 people. So here we are with the first semi-final, or rather quarterfinals, if you take into max very seriously. So what we are going to do is, I'll tell you the rules, general rules now. We'll be going to have 20 questions in all. So we'll have 20 questions, of which the first and the last question would be only on pounds. And both of these questions, the first question doesn't have any negative on pounds, so you are free to pounds because we don't want to start any team. No, we don't want any team to start with a negative. So feel free to guess whatever you have as your answer, and that would be the first question. And then from the second question, it will run clockwise from team 1 to team 6 on an infinite bounce and pounce rule. And what I want you to do is when we are pouncing, just ensure that one of your teammates pounces, okay, so that we don't get multiple answers or answers from different people for different questions. So maybe one of you can appoint yourself as the captain or the spokesperson. So one of you will be pouncing for the team. And I would want all of you to be on video, just because we are recording this. So it would be great if all of you are on video. I find Naman and yeah, Naman is here. Sumit, thank you. Padmanav, I'm not able to see your video.
Yeah, I turned it on. Maybe it's an internet issue.
Okay, so Padmanav is here, and team 1 is Adiban and Arvind. Haven't they joined? I do not see Arvind and Adiban here. Okay, so I think we'll wait for maybe 1 minute or so. Otherwise, I think for interest of time, I think we'll have to move forward. So we'll just wait for a minute or so. Okay, in the meanwhile, the rules again. So you got something called pounds here. In the, when you go to chat, you see something, a person called pounds here. So if all of you, okay, there are 2 pounds. Yeah. Okay, we're closing one. Just give us a second. Okay, so you got something called pounds here. So it would be great if each of your teammates, one of you, okay, just send me a test pounds, just a hi or test or whatever you feel like telling me. Okay, I have received pounces from team 3, team 6, team 5. Okay, team 6 again. Team 6, I just need 1 pounds from you. Team 2 is here. And only team 4 is yet to send. Yeah, Lokesh, I have received it. Done. So,
excuse me.
Yeah.
Am I visible, Padmanav, here?
Padmanav, no Padmanav.
Okay, I don't know what's wrong. I'll just stop and try again.
Okay.
It doesn't seem to be working. Should I try disconnecting and join again?
Yeah, maybe you can. Take a minute or so.
All right, I'll just do that.
Okay, while you're pouncing, please ensure that you do not pounce it to everyone. Okay, in case you do it, every other team, all the other teams would get 10 points and you would get a negative of 10 points. So that would be a gap of 20 points. So please ensure that you pounce it. I'll give you ample time. Do not worry. It's a very, very simple quiz. You will only miss out out of your own mistake. Otherwise, it's going to be a cracker. All of you would be able to crack all 20s. So no great shakes about it. So if Padmanav is back, I think we are good to go. Good to go. Meanwhile, I'll just start sharing my screen.
Ah, I think I'm visible now.
One second, Padma. Yes, Padma, thank you. So,
Cool.
without wasting much time, I think we are going to start right away. Okay, is my screen visible?
Yes, yes.
Wonderful. So good then. So welcome all of you once again to Club Challenge. So we got 13 clubs here with 24 teams.
One egg puff you can ask her what you want. No, you ask him what you want.
I'm sorry.
Or what else is there? Samosa don't want. But if it is chicken is just chicken, otherwise egg puff. If chicken roll is a chicken roll, otherwise egg puff. And one Kit Kat. No, what do I have? Ask him if you want it.
Hello. Is someone talking to me? I'm not able to understand what you're saying. Hello. Okay. So I think we'll just go ahead. So team.
Why to shake it?
Guys, you're not audible. Can you come again, please? If it's anything that you're trying to tell me, please. Okay. Continue. Okay then. Good then. So we'll start moving ahead. So this is the club challenge. We got 13 clubs and 24 teams. So all the best, all the clubs. So let the best team win. So we'd like to thank our friends, family, and all the quizzing fraternity for readily supporting us in this initiative. So thank you so much, all of you. And so these are general rules. 20 questions in all. First and last question only on pounds and claim. And all the other questions are on pounds and bounds. All questions carry 10 points on a direct and 15 points on a pounds. So in case you give a wrong answer on a pounds, it will result in a negative of 10 points. So please, when you mark your scores also, please ensure these are the points. 10 points for a direct, 15 on a pounds, and a negative of 10 for a wrong answer on a pounds. And in case of a tie, the first option is the most number of right answers shall be checked. And if the tie still prevails, then we'll have the least number of negatives that you get. And finally, the largest sequence of the right answer shall be checked. And if it's still an England-New Zealand match, then probably we'll go to a tie-breaking question. Okay, and we all know these people weren't liked for what they did. And hence, let us put a full stop to Googling. So let us all enjoy a good half an hour of quizzing. So let's begin. And the first question shall be on pounds, all of you. So please pounce it to pounds here. What is that one word that connects all of these below images? This is just on pounds. What is that one word that connects all of these below images? Yeah, you can send the answer, Dr. Vishwas. You needn't type pounds. You can just go ahead and send the answer. Okay, I'll give you 15 more seconds. I've got answers from team 6. Okay, I'll have to close the pounds in another 10 seconds, probably 10. And that would be 5, 4, 3. Yes, team 2. I'll stop with team 2. Okay. Team 5. Okay, I'll close the pounds now. I'll have to tell team 6 has got it right. Team 2 have got it right. While team 5 get a negative of minus. Sorry, there's no negative for this question. Sorry, there's no negative. So that's all right. So other teams could have gone for it. They didn't. And the answer is very simple. It is club. If you look at it, that's a club sandwich, and that's a golf club, and that's a club swinging person, and the clubs in playing cards, and that's a Kensita's club cigarette. So good start. A couple of teams have pounced and got it right. And we'll move to team 1 for your first question. So this is for team 1, open for pounds or the other teams. X is the name of the font that was first supplied with Windows 7. It is a default font for displaying Devanagari script, which is used for Indian languages such as Hindi, Angika, Bhojpuri, Bodo, etc. The name of the font also refers to one of the 11 forms of the Rig Vedic deity Rudra, a Mahayana god, as well as a form of a goddess. However, the most famous use of the word is referring to the flower shown below in its Indian name. The flower is the Asian pigeon wings or Clitoria ternatia and is revered in India as a holy flower. ID the font X. ID the font X. This is for team 1. Just wait. I'm going to open it for pounds for the other teams. I got pounds from team 3. Negative would be a 10. And pounds, right answer would be 15. Okay, so far pounds.
Could you explain the question once more, because my screen is not showing the text that here in the screen correctly.
Okay, I'll probably read the question again quickly. X is the name of the font that was first supplied with Windows 7. It is the default font for displaying Devanagari script, which is for Indian languages such as Hindi, Bhojpuri, Bodo, etc. The name of the font also refers to one of the 11 forms of the Rig Vedic deity Rudra, a Mahayana god, as well as a form of a goddess. So, however, the most famous use of the word is referring to the flower shown below in its Indian name. This is actually a roadside flower. You would see it in a lot of places. And it is in English, it is called the Asian pigeon wings, or scientifically it's called the Clitoria ternatia. So how do we know this flower, or how do we know this font in India? The font is universal though. Okay, I'll have to close the pounds now with team 3, team 5 and team 6. And unfortunately, all the 3 teams, 3, 5 and 6 get a negative on that. We're just marking the scores. Team 3, team 5 and team 6. Nice. Yeah, all of them get a negative on that. The answer is Aparajita. So I was looking for the font. So Parijata is not no the answer that I was looking at. This is Aparajita, which is the font that you are currently using for this quiz. So the answer is Aparajita. So question. Oh, I'm sorry about it. I think I should have gone for teams 1. I'm really sorry about it. So I'll have to scrap this answer. Sorry, sorry, Hari. I think I made it. So I'll scrap this question. So the question remains with team 1.
So no negatives then?
No negatives. I'm scrapping it. I'm sorry about that. So question 3 to team 1. With what 4-lettered acronymic organization that was started for the humane ways to care for a particular group in the world, thus 1000 terabytes in the metric system of digital information share its name with? So in short, I'm looking for what is equal to 1000 terabytes. Okay, team 5 gets it on a pounds. They get it right. Team 3 also get it right. Yeah. Team 4 also gets it right. And I'll have to close the pounds now. Okay, team 1. Team 1 is not here. So I'll have to move ahead to team 2.
So we'll have to say that's Zeta.
I'm sorry, can come again?
Zeta, Z-E-T-A.
Zeta. Okay, Zeta is a nice guess though. No, that's not the answer I was looking for. 4, 5 have pounds, so this goes to team 6.
The answer is Peta.
Peta is right. So Peta gets 10 points. So Dr. Vishwas and Dr. Ansel from Mangalore Quizzing Founders get it right. The answer is Peta is what I was looking for.
How many points we get?
You get 10 because this is on a bounce.
Oh, thank you.
So team 6 gets it right. So the question remains with team. Okay, I'll scrap team 1 because they have not come. So the question remains with team 2. A broadside is a large sheet of paper that is printed only on one side. You would see this typically in posters, advertisements, announcements, banners, etc. John Dunlop was an Irish printer who lived in America, and it is said that he was ordered to print about 200 broadsides, though exact count is unknown, to be distributed in the country in the late 18th century. These broadsides were soon lost in time, and it is said that about 26 of them still survive. One of them, found in 1989, was sold for about $8 million in 2000. What is the content of these broadsides, famously called as the Dunlap broadsides? Pounds. Question with team 2 though. Also, as I had already told you, you can discuss through the Zoom app itself with the private chat. So you could avoid using WhatsApp or other media for communication.
This question is to which team?
Question was with team 2, but now right now it's on pounds.
Okay.
Okay. 5 have pounced. I got pounced from team 5. Team 6 is pouncing, and after team 6, I'm closing the pounce. So team 6, get your pounces fast. Okay, team 5 and team 6 pounced and got it right. So question is for team 2. Go ahead. Just
So we are passing it.
passing it, no problem. And question is with team 3 now. Team 3, VIT.
We'll pass it.
Okay, not an issue. So we'll move to team 4, Reshman Lokesh.
Okay, we'll guess Bible.
The
It must be
Bible. Okay, Bible as a broadside. No, nice guess though. And team 5 and team 6 have pounced and got it right. So answer, I'll go to the answer. The answer is the Declaration of the Independence of the USA. So late 18th century was the the clue there was the late 18th century thing. And we'll move ahead to the next question. Question remains with team 2 again because it was not answered on a bounce. Nothing can beat what the person in this video did when he went viral earlier in July on YouTube. What did Mohammed Didit from Indonesia do during the course of the next 2+ hours, for which he was highly trended with over 1 million views? So this is the video here. Okay, this is open for pounds. So staying with team 2 though. We got pounces from team 4 and team 5. And team 4 and team 5 have got it right. This is question number 5, and team 4 and team 5 have got it right. Team 6 have also got it right. Okay, I think I'll have to close the pounds in 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, pounds closes. Team 2, go ahead. Team 2?
We are passing.
You're passing. Okay. Team 3?
We are guessing that he didn't shut his eyelids during the whole video.
He
Eyelids.
didn't shut his eyelids.
Eyelids and didn't move during the whole video.
Okay, didn't move is probably, I'll give it to you that, not eyelids. He actually, people were
Yeah, he was sitting there
blinking.
stiffly. He was
Team
sitting there
3 gets 10 points. See, if you look at it, the clues are in the question itself for all the questions. He did nothing. He just sat there for 2.5 hours, close to 2.5 hours, doing nothing. So team 3 gets 10 points. And the question is for team 4 now. So John Gilbert was a 19th century English artist best known to the media as the Scott of painting. He is best known to have illustrated some works of authors and poets. Below are 2 of his works of X. ID X, so that would be one part. And what does the 2 paintings illustrate? Just give me a sentence of own words. What do these both of these paintings actually indicate the same. But one he did in horizontally, one he did in a vertical kind of a layout. But otherwise, both of them describe the same base. So just tell me X, who is X? I'll zoom in. So on a pounce, I need both the parts. Team 6, I need both the parts.
Can you please zoom in the other picture too?
Okay, so hope you had a good look at both the pictures. I'll have to wait for the pounces now. Team 6 have pounced and unfortunately they get a negative. Yeah. Okay, if nobody else is going on a pounce, I think
team 5 would like to pounce. I'm just typing it out. Team 5.
Okay. Okay, team 5, I'll probably give you an option to modify your second part. Quite close, but then I want you to modify your second part. Because I'm looking for both the both the parts. X is quite simple actually, but the second part is what I was looking for.
Just a second, I'll just type it out.
Please. The pounce is closed for other teams. Unfortunately, no team 5. I think you would also be getting a negative because the second part is wrong. Okay, moving ahead to team 4. Right? Whose turn is this? This is for team 5, right?
Team 4.
Team 4, yeah. Go ahead, team 4.
So X would be Raphael, and we think the illustrations are the 7 sins.
Okay, Raphael and the 7 sins. Okay, I'll have to move ahead to team 2 now because 5 and 6 have pounced. Team 2, go ahead. Team 2?
No, this is okay.
Okay. Team 3?
This is a Henry VIII, and this is the painting of him leaving the Roman Catholic Church to marry another second wife or third.
Okay, so this is not indicate. So I'll have to move to, this was team 4's question and team 5 and 6 had pounced. So I thought this was a simple one, at least the X part. which unfortunately team 5 got it, but then the second part was right. This was William Shakespeare, and the paintings actually have all the characters of all of his plays. So the title of the paintings were The Plays of William Shakespeare, and the second one was The Apotheosis of Shakespeare's Characters. So if you look at it, they have all of the characters portrayed in almost all of his plays. So that is what this is special about and unique about these paintings.
That fat man looked very familiar.
Okay. So no problem. You got 14 more questions to come. Question remains with team 4. The term is said to have its origins in the theater and was most probably used in the 1920s in the US. It is considered to be bad luck to wish anyone good luck while getting on stage to perform. Instead, this term or phrase is used for superstitious purposes. The term is also said to be used widely in horse racing, which is considered to be as superstitious as theater. Jockeys are typically wished bad by using this term, whereas the actual intention is to wish them luck instead. What term in literal sense might rush you to the hospital are we talking about here? This is for team 4, open on pounds. Go through the question, you would get it. So I was looking at if no, the clue is in the last sentence. So team 6 pounced and unfortunately get it wrong. 6. The term that you had given was not started in the theater. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, closing the pounds. Team 4, go ahead.
Okay. We'll say accident.
Accident. Okay. Accident. Okay, nice guess. Going for the literal meaning of the last sentence. Okay, team 5.
We'll go with heads up.
Heads up. Okay, that's a nice guess. No, not heads up though. Team 2. Team 2. Sorry, we lost you.
Emergency.
I'm sorry, I didn't get you. Team 2.
Emergency.
Emergency. Okay, this is not the emergency. Team 3.
I guess it's thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Okay, thumbs up. Okay, nice guess. Going for the body parts, all of you, but it was indeed a body part, but then it was the leg. So people say break a leg. So break a leg is actually do very well. So it means do very well. So that's what break a leg means. So it started in the theater. So the question remains with team 4 again, and this is question number 8. Okay, one of the questions in the quiz would be a tribute question. So this is one of it. So in the second ODI between India and Bangladesh in the 3-match series at Bangladesh in 2014, Stuart Binney came up with the best bowling figures by an Indian by picking up 6 wickets for 4 runs. Which ex-Indian player was a captain for that match or the series? So tribute doesn't mean someone who died or something like that. Someone who has been in the news and someone who has who deserves some credit. So it will be just one question in each of the semis, which would be a tribute question. Okay, team 3 has got it right. Good crack, get 15 points. Team 3. Team 5 has also got it right. Nice. Okay, team 4 went for the obvious choice. Unfortunately, I have to get a negative, while team 2 has got. Team 4, this was your direct, so maybe you could wait. Team 2. Team 2 gets 15. They got it right. So team 6 not pounds, and team 4 you have to go with the answer that they given on pounds. So go ahead.
Yeah. So we gave MSD.
Okay, MSD is not the right answer though. And team 6 have also pounced. So team 6 also gets it right. 15. And the answer is not MSD, but then it was Suresh Raina. So Raina was the captain when he achieved that feat. And team 4 got it wrong. And team 4, your question, since you got the last two questions, this question would be for team 5. Team 5, you're direct. Heinrich Gustav Thanos is a principal character in the web series Dark. So he's a watchmaker who in the story is the author of the book A Journey Through Time. Thanos appears in the series several times in the past and also beyond the past. He gives voiceovers for several of the episodes, explaining the two parallel worlds and how he accidentally creates them. So Thanos is a character who creates the apparatus that is used by several of the characters to move across the past, present, and future. This character was actually an allusion to a real-life author whose work is very similar to the series itself. Also, the surname Thanos also refers to a place called Thanosor Gate in a 1982 movie that also talks about a future world. So I did the author, his work, and the movie. I want all three parts for the pounds. Go through the question. It's even if you have not watched Dark, you will be able to answer it with the clues given in the question. If you get the author, his work is a giveaway, so you would be able to get both of it together. So just need to identify the author and the movie. Team 2, I'm not your teammate, you're asking me any idea, so unfortunately I will not be able to help you. Go through it, read from the beginning, read from the first word. So that's a clue. From the first word, you will be able to get the author and his work. And a movie, 1982 movie that talks about a future world. I think that should help you out. Dr. Vishwas, I think you're sending your chat to me. So I think you should send it to your teammate. Yeah. No issues, no issues. Okay, team 4. Yeah, team 4, go. The third part. Perfectly right. Team 4 has got all three parts right. I'll close the pounds. Team 4 has got 15 points. Team 5, go ahead. Nobody else pounced. Team 5, go ahead.
Is this Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams?
Okay, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Nice guess. No, that's not right. I'll move to team 6.
Is it Blade? This one, Blade Runner.
Okay, third part you're saying it is Blade Runner. Okay.
That's all I know actually.
Okay, I'll move ahead to team 2. Team 2?
Okay, the author is Arthur C. Clarke.
Okay, Clark.
And the movie is 2001 A Space Odyssey.
2001 Space Odyssey. Okay.
And
move ahead to team 3.
This is H.G. Wells. It's
Okay.
The Time Machine. And the 82 movie is Back to the Future.
Back to the Future. Okay, so that was team 4 had pounced. Team 5's question. So team 3 get 10 points for getting H.G. Wells and Time Machine right. And team 6 get 5 points for getting Blade Runner right. So if you look at it, Heinrich Gustav Thanos, so they named him H.G. Thanos. So in memory of H.G. Wells. So that was the clue I said. So answer is H.G. Wells, a Time Machine and Blade Runner. So that was the question. Just give me 1 second. Team 8, you got team 4, you got a negative, right? For the earlier question. Team for the earlier question.
No, it was the direct.
No, negative. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Moving ahead to team. Team 3 got 10 points. So this is for team 4 now. So connect to a single word. Team 4, connect to a single word. If you get one of it, I think that is more than enough. Others, open 1 pounds. Okay, team 6 gets 15 on this. Good crack. Team 6. This is for team 4. So I'll just wait for 5 more seconds.
Raja, we are pouncing. Wait a second. We are typing.
Team 3. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, team 5 are also pouncing.
Okay, team 3 also get it right. I'm waiting for team 5 and then I'll close the pounds. Team 5. Okay, team 5 also get it right. Team 4, go ahead.
We are guessing this is Kangan.
I'm sorry?
We are guessing this is Kangan.
Kangan. Oh, okay, from Kangana Ranaut. Okay, so this is not Kangan. I'll move to team 2 now.
Yeah, just simply guessing this Pink Panther.
Pink Panther. Okay. Any reason why the fish and the... Okay, Kabaddi I understand. The others?
Just think so.
Okay, just a guess.
Not,
Not an issue, not an issue. So this is not the Pink Panther though. Now people on the pounds got it right. This is Panga. So that was a Kangana Ranaut movie, and this type of a machete is called a Panga, and that's from South Africa, and that's a fish which is also called Panga fish, and of course Le Panga was the tagline or the shout out of the Kabaddi League. So good crack by others. So question remains with team.
Can you tally the scores, please? Since you're half.
Yes, please. Okay, halfway mark. Yes, 1 second. Team, go ahead. Go ahead with Priya's here.
Team 2 is on 30. Team 3 is on 65. Team 4 is on 45. Team 5 is at 65. And Team 6 is at 70.
Okay.
You want me to repeat?
Please repeat. Yeah.
Team 2 is at 30. Team 3 is at 65. Team 4 is at 45. Team 5 is at 65. And Team 6 is at 70.
Okay. Team 6, the doctors are leading right now. So it's anybody's game. 10 more questions, and the question remains with Team 4. A long question. Very simple one though. A person of this profession has to follow the following rules while working in his or her workplace. So ID the profession. Very simple. So it always has to have a co-worker while at work. Cannot drink any beverages, alcoholic or otherwise inside the workplace. So cannot choose his or her co-worker. Cannot invite anyone inside the workplace. Has to be the last person along with the co-worker to move out of the entire place of functioning. So cannot work beyond 8 hours and is expected to sleep after that when the co-worker takes over his or her tasks. The co-worker repeats the above point, but have to ensure that both of them do not sleep at the same time. And both of them have to ensure that the other is never alone in the workplace by placing someone in case someone has to take a break, a bio break or something. So he cannot leave the other person alone, he or she. So team 6 gets it right. But team 3 unfortunately gets a negative on this. Let's just apply some logic. Go. Almost all of you would have seen these professionals. Okay, team 4, this is your direct.
Team 5 had pounds.
Team 5 gets it right. So team 5 and team 6 got it right. Team 3 gets a negative of 10. Okay, I'll have to close the pounds now because this was a simple question. So team 4, yeah, go ahead with your answer, team 4.
We are guessing International Space Station.
Okay, this is the International Space Station. Okay, okay, that's not the answer I was looking for. Team 2, because this is not an astronaut issue.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We are testing this. This is the loco pilots of railway trains.
Oh, these are the loco pilots of metro trains. Is that what you're saying?
Loco pilots of the trains, just basically Indian
Of the
Railways.
trains. Okay, loco pilots of the trains. Okay. Loco pilots of the these, maybe some of the points on sleeping might be right, but then not all the points. So unfortunately, this is not the answer I was looking for. The answer is a pilot. So at any point of time inside the cockpit, you need to have both of them inside. You cannot leave one of them alone and all the other points. So even it's not allowed to drink even a coffee inside the cockpit. So 2 teams got it right. So question is with the team 4. You had the last 2 questions. So this would be with team 5 now. Team 5, your question. Scientists recently did a research on a strange earthquake that took place in the Atlantic Ocean between Africa and Brazil in 2016. Earthquakes are never believed to reverberate back for a second time until this incident took place during the aforementioned time. The earthquake behaved in an unusual way, sending tremors one way before seeming to circle around in a strange pattern to send tremors back the same way. Though the effect was not felt on land, it created a fracture in the seabed. How was this strange earthquake named that comes from the way it behaved with its to and fro action? Very simple to guess. So just use some logic with the words used. Perfect. Team 2. Team 2 gets perfectly right. This is for team 5. Team 4 gets a negative, unfortunately. Team 3.
Team 5.
Team 5.
Team 5 would like to pounce.
No. Team 5. This is your question. Just wait.
But then you get plus 15 if you pounce, right? And it's a plus.
No. If it's you cannot pounce on a direct.
Team 5, you're chatting with everyone.
Oh, right. Team 5, you have sent the answer to everyone.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, I'll have to keep up with what I told as a rule.
Okay, I got logged and I had to log in. That's why the chat was sent to everyone. That was my mistake, sorry.
Okay, I think this has to do, only team 6 had not pounced, but then we'll have to follow the rules because what we have decided. So let us follow the rules. So unfortunately, you will get a negative of -10. And the other teams get an additional 10 points, which means team 2 gets 25 and team 3 gets 0 because they got a negative and now they get a 10 pointer. Same with team, not team 3. Team 3 gets, 1 second, team 3 gets 25 because they got it right. Team 4 gets 0 because they got it wrong and now they get 10, and team 6 get 10 points. So, so just be careful, team 5. I understand you got logged out, but then when you send the message, just look at whom you're sending.
Raja, it wasn't clear. I answered boomerang. So is it right or wrong? You said I got negative.
Who was this?
Team 3, Naman. I answered boomerang.
Team 3, you get 25.
Okay. Thanks.
So the answer was boomerang earthquake. I'll just tell the scores again. Just let me know if it's wrong. Team 2, team 3 get 25 each. Team 5 gets a negative of 10. Team 6 get 10. And team 4 get a 0. Okay. So please be careful, team 5. This was your direct anyways. So just please be careful. Team 5, your question. The word X is derived from the Sanskrit word for froth. This is thought to be because of the bubbles that form a light froth when the liquor is shaken or poured into a glass. It is primarily made from either coconut or the more famous Y. Though YX is the most widely consumed and popular worldwide, Y itself is not native to the region. Instead, it was a Portuguese who brought this exotic species from Brazil to this part of India. Important rule of choosing the Ys to make X in the traditional method is that only the ones that have ripened and fallen to the ground are chosen and no Y is picked from the trees. The efforts of the state's body of YX distillers helped in obtaining a GI tag in 2009, though the GI tag for the coconut variety has been neglected. So ID X, Y, and Z. I need all three parts, very simple from the third paragraph, if you look at it. This is for team 5. So team 5, just wait.
Are we not being to read?
I'm sorry?
We need a little more time to read. I have got logged out accidentally. Sorry for that.
I'll give you 10-15 seconds. Please go ahead.
Raja, what is I must ask what is a Z in that question? I didn't.
Z is the state.
Okay.
State step. So team 2 will get all three parts right, perfectly right. Team 2 gets 15 points. Team 2, you got it right. I'll wait for 5 more seconds because this is
Raja, team 3 we are pouncing. We are pouncing now.
Okay. So I'll have to stop with team 3's pounds. So other teams just wait for team 3 to finish and then team 5 can go ahead. And team 3 also get 15 points. Good crack. Team 5, go ahead.
We'll go with Feni, Cashew, and Goa.
And that gets you full 10 points. Feni, cashew, and Goa was the answer I was looking for. So perfectly right. So cashew is not native to India. It was brought by the Portuguese. Good crack. Team 6, you're direct. Okay. Basketball was not always played as we see in recent times. Earlier, until around 1957, the game had a difference when Butler University's head coach introduced this change. Tony Hinkle was a university coach who worked to develop this new change, primarily to make the game more visible to the audience and the players alike, and it has become a norm till date. So what was the change that in a remote sense can be connected to an in-flight data recorder? So the change has got nothing to do with in-flight data recorder, but there's some connection if you look at it. Something to do, some change which, something which even an in-flight data recorder is used for a similar purpose. Whatever was the change, the purpose for an in-flight data recorder for that particular change is also the same. Okay, team 3, unfortunately, no, that would be a negative of 10. That was not what the answer I was looking for. Good guess though, actually. Team 2 and team 5 have got it brilliantly right. So team 2 and team 5, both of them get 15 points. So I'll wait for team 4, maybe 5 more seconds before moving on to team 6. Okay, I'll have to close the pounds now and team 6, go ahead.
Was it moved indoors?
Okay, basketball moved indoors. Okay, nice guess though. No, I'll go to team 4.
So we are guessing the ball color was changed to orange.
Perfectly right, team 4. So that is what I was looking for. The basketballs were earlier, used to be dark brown in color, but then it was not visible for the audience, and so that's why they changed to orange. And similarly, an in-flight data recorder, which is called a black box, is actually orange in color. So good, team 4. Nice one. So we'll move to team 5 now. It is the first ever passengers were a rooster, a duck, and a sheep. They chose the sheep as it could show the same effects of a human being, and the birds could escape in case of danger and act as controls in the experiment. After the experiment was successful, and it was now the humans' turn. So King Louis XVI wanted to have condemned criminals to travel, as even if anything failed, the fatalities would be of people who are already doomed. But he was talked out of it, and scientist John Francois Pilatre de Rosier and aristocrat Francois Laurent de Arlande took the heat of making the first trip. What sort of travel are we talking about here? And team 3 and team 6 have got it right already. Team 3, 5 and 6, all three of them have got it right. Team 5, this is your question. So I'll cancel the pounds.
Was it not team 6's direct?
No, team 4 got it right.
Also, like a direct has only 10 points allowed, right? While a pounce has 15.
No, but then you'll get the same opportunity for other questions, right? So that's how it works. The pounce has also a negative, so that's why we have that additional 5 points.
But then we don't get the chance to score equally.
No, you get for the other questions, right?
Okay.
Questions that are not your direct.
Yeah. Questions that are not your direct, you get the opportunity to pounce and get 15 points. Just give me a second. So team 6 get 15. Team 2 has got it right. And that's where we stand. Team 3 has also got it right. Correct? Now team 4 has not pounced. This is for team 5. Team 5, go ahead.
Hot air balloon.
Hot air balloons is perfectly right. So this is what I was looking at. Hot air balloons was the mode of travel. And the first travelers were a rooster, a duck and a sheep. Okay, team 6, the question is with you now. Okay. Tiresias is a poem written by the Oxfordian poet Matthew Arnold as a tribute to his friend, the poet Arthur Hugh Clough, who died few years earlier. So he used something for the first time in his poem that then stuck till date to the place he comes from. So fill in the blanks. And the poem says, and that sweet city with her dash dash, she needs not June for beauty's heightening. So what are the two dashes? So look at where he comes from and then think of what could be the two words. So this is direct for team. Okay. Okay, team 2, no, this is not what I was looking for. Nice guess actually. Team 2 gets a negative of minus 10. The question is with team 6. I'll wait for 5 more seconds. Team 2 gets. Okay, and I'll have to close the pounds now. Team 6, go ahead.
Nobody pounds?
Pass.
And
Okay.
Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower. Okay.
Yeah.
No, this is not Eiffel Tower. It's not for France. Okay, no head. I'll move it to team 3.
We are guessing this is 1 second.
Yeah.
London Bridge.
London Bridge. Oh, nice guess. No, this is not the London Bridge. On team 4.
I'm guessing Reshma. I think it is the flaming torch.
Flaming torch. Nice guess. No, not the flaming torch. And team 5.
Is this down under?
Oh, down under. Oh, very good guess. No, not down under. Okay, he's from Oxford, and Oxford is called as the city of dreaming spires. So that was a sobriquet I was looking for. So Oxford is called as the city of dreaming spires. So bad miss by all of you. So unfortunately, nobody gets a point. And team 6, it remains with you. Okay, interesting question. Please go through it thoroughly. This effect was named when in 2010, a paranormal consultant, Fiona Broom, shared the false memory phenomenon when she believed along with several others that X had died in 1980, whereas he actually died in 2013. Commonly called as the false memories, it is a phenomenon shared by thousands of others when a seemingly real event that happened may have actually not taken place at all. But the memory sticks through word of mouth, false interpretations, and wrong assumptions. Similar examples include that of a movie that is believed to have been released in 1994, starring TV and movie personality Sinbad. The false memories of Y have been explained as a confabulation of memories of the comedian wearing a genie-like costume during a TV presentation of Sinbad the Sailor movies in 1994. But Y as a movie actually released in 2019. It was not Sinbad in that 2019 movie, just the movie got released in 2019. So ID the X effect, and also the that was also a 2019 science-fi movie, and also identify Y, who is a DC Comics character, DC Extended Universe character.
So what you want for the Y part?
Y is a no DC character, DC Extended Universe character. So Y was actually also a movie which got released in 2019.
It's a direct question to
Team 6. So just wait.
Okay.
I just need X and Y. X is the phenomenon and Y is the movie which got released last year. Whereas people thought that Sinbad had actually acted in that movie in 1994 itself. Many people still believe that such a movie came, but then such a movie never came. And the clue for X is that X itself is a 2019 science-fi movie. Okay. I don't think any bounces are coming our way. So I'll have to move to
Team 5 would like to pounce.
Okay, Team 5 is bouncing. Team 6, wait. Team 6, wait. Brilliant, Team 5. Team 5 gets 15 points. Both the parts have been cracked. Very good. And I think Team 6, you can move ahead.
The answer is this one. Was that Mandela effect?
Okay.
And is it this one? What is that? Ben Affleck becoming Batman?
Okay, the Batman, no, Ben Affleck. Okay. I'll move ahead. I'll not say whether any part is right or wrong. I'll move ahead to Team 2.
Okay.
So the effect is for Mandela effect, and we will go with Black Panther.
Black Panther. Okay. Okay. Team 3.
It is Mandela effect.
Okay.
And for why it is no, it's not Riddler. I'm not guessing why. I'm not getting that. So maybe Batman or Joker. Joker it is.
Joker. Okay, no, Batman or Joker. I'll Team 4.
So it is the Mandela effect and Shazam.
Shazam. Okay, so that is the full correct answer I was looking for. So Team 6 get 5 points for getting Mandela right, and the other 5 points would remain with Team 4 for getting Shazam right. Yeah. So the Mandela effect after Nelson Mandela, and the movie was Shazam. Okay. Team 4, Team 5, your question. In 2016, when Russian President Vladimir Putin rejected this gift from Japan, the Japanese cabinet minister Koichi Hagiwara posted this on his blog. Unfortunately, we heard from our counterparts and our hope to present a bridegroom was dashed. His statement was in relation to a gift that Japan had given to Putin earlier in 2012. What, within quotes, Japanese gift was Koichi talking about? So they had given something in 2012 and they wanted to give a similar one, which was a male, a male one this time, but then Putin rejected in 2016. This is for Team 5. So Team 5, just wait. Other teams can go to the pounces. I am looking for something very specific. Because this was a, within quotes, Japanese gift. So looking for something very specific. Perfect. Team 4 gets 15 points. I'll have to close the pounds now, and question is with Team Okay, team 6 has also pounced. Team 2 had also pounced. So team 6 get negative of a 10 and team 2 also unfortunately get a negative of 10. Question is for team 5. Team 5, go ahead.
This is a dog, Shiba Inu.
Okay, but I'm looking for, no, can you be more specific? It's not a Shiba Inu actually. Okay. Okay, I'll to move ahead to team 3 though.
These are the dolls from Russia, like Japanese dolls, like Kento or what, and Russian dolls.
Okay, no, this is that's not the answer I was looking for. So what I'll do is I'll not give a negative to team 6. Team 6, I'll not give a negative. It will just be, you'll not get any point. The answer I was looking for was actually an Akita. So Akita is the dog that I was looking for, not Shiba Inu. So unfortunately, that is what a couple of teams had gone for. So no, that's not the answer. So I'll move to team. Okay, question remains with team 5 again.
Can we have the scores before the last two questions?
Last two questions, yes, please.
All right, team 1 is at 80. Team 2 is at 80. Team 3 is at 100. Team 4 75. Team 5 120. Team 6 115.
Okay, looks quite close actually. At the top 3 at least. Still possibility for others if someone gets negative. So I'll move to team. Okay, team 5. This question remains with you. One more second. Team 2, team 6, you are again chatting with me. So just wanted to remind you. Team 5, your question. 2 parts. First part is, for an avid reader or a listener of the Sherlock Holmes stories, how does the adventure of the Blanched Soldier and the adventure of the Lion's Mane differ from the other 54 short stories? So that's part 1. Part 2 is, though Sherlock Holmes and X had a slightly overlap, there is no written proof of both meeting each other. But British chronicler of crime fiction states that there could have been an instance where they actually meet, though X was uncredited and remained anonymous. So this is the episode that happened. So when Charles Mulready was dead, a secret plan for the English-French Entente Cordial went missing. Holmes was entrusted with the task of finding it, while the French sent the negotiator Monsieur Calamy along with X, his valet and chef. X, the chef though, did not know anything about cooking other than making hot chocolate. And Holmes immediately on seeing him says, "You are an agent of the French government." X replies, "At the moment that is so, but I am like yourself a private detective. It is truly an honor to meet the greatest detective in Britain." So the narrative ends there with no identity of the pseudo chef who is believed to be X. Give me both the parts. Team 5, just wait. The others can go on a pause. Okay. I'll give 5 more seconds. Very nice. Team 4 gets it right. Team 4 gets it right. And I'll have to close. Is anyone else pouncing? Maybe you can tell me. I'll wait for that. Otherwise, I'll have to move it. Okay, I'll close the pounds. Team 5, go ahead.
Hercule Poirot for X, and for A, maybe it was narrated by Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, what a crack. Brilliant answer. So that is what I was looking for. So you get full 10 points, team 5. So the only 2 stories were Sherlock Holmes is a narrator and not Dr. Watson. And the second part is Hercule Poirot. So 2 famous characters from 2 fictional worlds actually meet. At least that's what is said. Good crack. And question, the final question of the quiz. Thank you so much, all of you. It's been really close. Still close though. We still have one more question for team 6. This is actually not for team 6. This is on a pounce. So everybody can pounce. So there's no negative. So everybody feel free to pounce, no negative. Okay. This is a painting that is said to have been created by Tejendra Kumar Mitra for an album in 1923 and was published in Kanpur. What does the painting illustrate? Team 2, nice crack. Team 2 gets 15 points. Team 4, no, that's not the answer I was looking for. In case you want me to zoom in. Feel free to guess, there's no negative. Other teams? Team 6 also get 15. Team 2, 15. Team
Could you go back to the question, please, once?
Yeah. Team 2 and team 6 get it right. Team 2 and team 6. Team 4 don't get it right. I'm waiting for team 3. No. Team 3, that's not the answer. So the only team at 2 pounds is team 5.
4 and
4 got it wrong. Team 5, would you want to go ahead? Pounds? Okay, team 5, unfortunately, no, that's not the answer I was looking for. Okay, so with that, we come to the end of the quiz. The answer is Vande Mataram. So the entire lyrics of Vande Mataram is explained in each of these images. So this is a painting by Tejendra Kumar Mitra. So before we go to the scores, I would like to know, I'll hand it over to Priya. So thank you so much, guys. It's been a pleasure. And we would like to meet you all again with another theme very soon in another quiz. So
Thank you.
1 second, we'll just read the scores.
So the scores are team 2 95, team 3 100, team 4 90, team 5 130, and team 6 again at 130. So with that, we'll have team 5 and 6 at 130.
Oh, nice. So 2 teams at the top. So good for me. There's no tie-breaking questions. So team 5, Bhopal Quiz Club of Padmanabhan Akshay, and team 6, Mangalore Quizzing Foundation, Dr. Vishwas and Dr. Ansel. So thank you so much. So you two will play the finals tomorrow. So thank you so much, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Superb.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Very good quiz, Raja.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Great quiz, Raja. Thank you.
Thank you.
Very nice quiz.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Loved it.
Thanks, sir. Thank you.
Amazing quiz. Really had a good time.